Steven Jackson, what the is you talking about? What the are you talking about? This man gonna have the nerve to say that NBA players that choose money over championships are losers. Well, call me the biggest loser there is, because I would rather take the money. I'll be the greatest loser of all time. I don't know one human being on this earth that has ever uttered the words, "Oh, I gotta run with Steven Jackson on NBA 2K." I don't know not one kid from the hood that has ever said out their mouth. I've never heard one kid growing up in the hood say, "Oh, I want to grow up and be like Steven Jackson. I want to be a great player like Steven Jackson." Not near another kid has ever stated that ever on earth. I've never heard it. Most kids want to be like Mike. Most kids want to be like Kobe. I remember when I was a kid. I remember being in middle school, balling up a piece of paper. You see a trash can. As soon as I'm shooting, the first thing I'm yelling, Kobe. No human being has ever said they wanted to be like Steven Jackson. But that's neither here nor there. Actually, that is there nor neither. Neither here nor there. No, this is here nor neither. All jokes aside, you gave me two choices and you said, hey, what would you much rather have? Right now, probably when I was younger, I'd probably be dumb enough to take the championships because I was blinded by basketball, football. Like, we not even taught to be doctors, lawyers, and be teachers. None of that no more. Better yet, we not told to be what you want to be. Be creative. Invent something new. Be different. Like, we ain't taught that. But if you would have asked me, my younger self, or you would have asked me now, hey, what would you rather have? Championships, and I love basketball. What would you rather have? Championships or money? 300 million right now, or championships. I'm taking that 300 million. It's simple as that. And I ain't trying to make it seem like money is everything, because it's not. I would much rather loyalty over money, like any day. Like, I would much rather have a peace of mind, being free. My freedom is far more important than money. But the money is, it gives you comfort. It gives you a sense of security. Steven Jackson, do you realize that a lot of young men come from the hood just like yourself? A lot of these young brothers, man, listen, we have broke through the programming. This is the generation of breaking through the matrix. They don't care about a system that was put together, and the ultimate prize out of this system is a championship. All this whole entire playoff format, championship, all that was strategically put together. It's just a system. That's all it is. It's like a tournament that's created, and at the end of the tournament, the ultimate prize is what? A championship. You get a ring. This younger generation, they don't have the same values. So you're calling somebody who chooses $50 million, or somebody who come from these urban communities at one time, right? Who grew up in these inner cities, who didn't have money. You're telling these young guys that they're losers. No, they're winners at life. Because not everybody has the access that they have. Not everybody have the same resources that they have. Now you talking about some young brothers, black brothers, who defied the odds, beat the statistics. You know, they were only told that they wasn't gonna make it past 21, and a lot of them aren't. So when you have some young brothers who come from the hood and is able to make it out, do you know how hard it is, bruh? And you calling them losers? You got Shaq back in his comments, in support of his comments. Like, what are y'all talking about? And I don't even care the context of it. I don't even care if y'all try to break it down and try to get me to understand, because it just don't make sense all around. In our community, in the black community, death, jail. That's what we know. That's what's bound to happen. Because that's another system, another game that these young black brothers end up playing. Y'all about to get me in here to preaching. Y'all about to have me in here preaching. But like I said, man, like not everybody make it out. So when somebody do crack through, it's like that sand, the roads that grow out the concrete. Here you have some young brothers that made it out, black men that made it out, who grew up with no father in the home, and they got to watch their mother struggle. So they getting some money. Not everybody is going to be Kobe Bryant, and not everybody value championships. Like I said, the owners, it's like a slave mentality of being told what should matter to us. No, what should matter is living every day. They could take that money and feed their family for the rest of their life. It's called generational wealth. What would you rather have? What would you rather have? 300 million, 200 plus million to 300 million like a Jaylen Brown? Or would you have Steven Jackson type money before he got on all the smoking, before he got, started to build connections and stuff like that? Like, not everybody is living in a great situation, man. Not everybody prioritize championships. People got kids. It's a different day and age where these young guys, they got YouTube University is what my pops call it, where you can go on YouTube, you can learn different things that you want to do. Some people out there in their career, especially in the NBA, they go broke. When their career over, they go broke. Where's Steven Jackson going to be at when these young dudes in the hood? Steven Jackson calling these dudes losers, calling basketball players who don't chase championships losers. But he go to Chicago and he glorifying their lifestyle in O Block. He's hanging out with dudes in O Block talking about you got to check in. You almost 50 years old still talking about checking in and hanging in the hood with some young dudes who ain't got nothing to lose. It's contradicting. Them young dudes that came from that same hood, can make it out and take that 300 million and put it back to the hood. They ain't no losers, they winners at life, bruh. What is you talking about? These real life winners, man. $300 million? Like, could you imagine? And the reason I'm putting out there $300 million is because it's just kind of like the piggyback off of what Gilbert Arenas was speaking on. He said, would you rather have James Harden 300 million, or would you rather have Robert Horry 50 million with like 7 rings? Championship rings is just bragging rights. That's all it is. That's just like the boxer Floyd Mayweather. He didn't care about winning belts like that because he was like, you ain't gonna do nothing but have to pay a sanctioning fee. It's just something that you win. The money is far more important. You gotta feed your kids. Of course, people want the respect. They want to be loved. They want to be, put on this pedestal and have everybody worshiping them, talking about them. But it's deeper than that, man. It's a system that was created. You can go to Jared or go to K Jewelers and get you a diamond ring for real. Like, and it'll have just as much value to your life as you make it. They put all these titles and stuff on stuff, man. But I ain't about to get too deep on y'all, bro. Like, I ain't about to get to preaching and it. Steven Jackson, you wrong for that, man. Like, these young dudes, they winners at life. They won. They got their moms, nice cribs. They ain't got to go to school. They ain't got to, these guys could take that money and invest. Real estate, they learning about cryptocurrency. Like, we weren't learning about this stuff growing up, bro. Like, a lot of this stuff we wasn't even thinking about. We were just trying to have fun. These young dudes gonna blow through money, but it's about growth and education, you know, building on the money that they got. But it's not no loss, bro. It's a win-win. I hate when role players talk like star players.